Hello, everybody. Hi. So, welcome to the fourth video that I'm doing in relation to Mental Health Awareness Week. So, this is probably going to be the hardest one that I'm doing this week because there is a little bit more of a personal story around this. But I wanted to do this video because I know that there are many women who will watch this who will resonate with what I'm going to share. And guys, if you don't want to hear about ladies stuff, you may want to switch off here. Just a bit of a spoiler alert. So I'm just going to quickly share a very quick story with you and link back to how this affects career happiness, and your mental health. When I was 24, I went to India and I was experiencing extreme pain in my tummy, my belly area. I was really ill and I had to be taken to hospital in India. And luckily I have relatives there who were able to attend to me and I went to a really nice hospital. But one of the things that they found that there was a cyst on my ovary. And I'd been having quite severe periods at that time, and I just thought it was like normal to have severe periods, like to have the pain, to have the heaviness. I just thought, oh, this is all normal, right? And what ended up happening is when I came back, I kept on having like ultrasounds and scans and everything, and eventually the cyst disappeared. But the cyst was not small; it was as big as my fist. They showed me how big it was. So I remember feeling at that age quite confused, quite disturbed, wondering, okay, is this going to affect my future, my fertility? What's going to happen? And later on, so now I'm in my mid-30s, so that was about 10 years ago. Later on, what happened is, I would say roughly about 2 or 3 years ago, I had to go for more scans because my periods were getting worse, to the point where I was having to lie down and I was having to literally, when I was getting this pain, I was so dizzy I couldn't get on a train. And I had an incident like that when I was about 25 where I almost fainted on a train. And this has been an ongoing issue for me, and because I'm quite resilient and unfortunately I have a very high pain threshold, I didn't think anything of it at the time. And then later on in between, I'd met a couple of friends, and one of my friends was diagnosed with endometriosis. And she said to me, "So I'm concerned about you. Maybe you've got endo, maybe you've got polycystic ovaries." So I had to have a lot of tests. All I'm going to say is that I still don't know what is wrong with me, and I'm being open and sharing this with you because there are a lot of women who are going to be watching this who go through similar things. And yeah, it might not be the most sexiest thing to talk about on LinkedIn, so I do apologise. But all of this links in with mental health because women who suffer from endo and polycystic ovaries suffer from depression, all right? They do. They have symptoms of depression to the point where they feel so isolated because some of them can't have children. And this is something that I really want to openly share with you and say that, I don't know whether or not I can have children. There hasn't been a clear cut, yes or no. Hopefully I can. And I'm being really, really positive that one day I will. But there is a lot of pressure on women who may be trying or may have had a miscarriage. And they're having the issues that I've spoken about. But because of the pressure that they have from society, they can't go around and say, oh, by the way, it's because this is happening. I'm having all these tests and this is what I'm going through. And this is why I wanted to do this video, because so many people, just with the stigma of miscarriage, where Alexandra did an amazing video a few weeks ago, there is a stigma around talking about bad period pain. And it affects so many women, and so many people don't go to work because they have bad period pain, or they have to give up a job because they have really bad endometriosis, or they have to have flexible working hours because they have bad fibroids or polycystic ovaries. And yes, this isn't sexy stuff to talk about. I know it's not the most nicest thing to talk about, but it does affect your overall career happiness, because if you're not able to do your job and be healthy, how are you gonna feel mentally great about yourself. You're not. You're gonna feel like you're letting people down. You're gonna feel like, oh my God, not only am I letting people down by having these conditions and illnesses, but on top of all of that, there is a possibility I might not be able to have children. So a lot of things come up around this, and a lot of people feel ashamed to talk about this because a lot of people who do experience these things also have several miscarriages. And I really felt it was important because when I watched that video, I was so inspired by her to do this video, but also to share that I follow so many people online who are health coaches who help women with these illnesses. And they give such great advice. And I've been seeing a herbalist who's been saying to me, to have more magnesium, to do this, to do that. And it has been helping me. But I am really, really strong. I have been able to work through these things because I've gone to see a therapist, because I have a lot of support. But there are a lot of women out there who don't have that support. And they allow these issues to really, really stop them from thriving in their career because it's not something they feel they can move forward with. So it is about being positive. And when we are in pain, whether it's period pain, back pain, whatever it is, it does affect our overall ability to want to, be the best in our job, because if we're not well, we can't do a job, So I'm really, really sorry if I offend anyone with this video, because some men who watch this video are going to feel really, really awkward and embarrassed. But this is happening. This happens to so many women. And I just really, really hope that if this is you, or you have experienced any of these issues I've spoken about, that you have the courage and the determination to A, get help, B, you have support, and C, that you just acknowledge the fact that you're not alone. Just make sure that you understand that. So thanks so much for watching this video, and I hope it helps somebody. And if you feel it will help someone, please share it with them, because this is an important issue to talk about in relation to mental health awareness.